Very happy to be back to Diamond Lake again. Absolutely beautiful, folks. As I always say, life is too short not to enjoy. There may not be a tomorrow. Look how beautiful that lake is. Hard to tell by video, but how clear this water is. It's unbelievable. Taking my, of course, the infamous crappie killer. Gonna go for a little ride up to the country store. There's a guy out there in a little boat out there fishing. Good for him. I'll be doing that this evening, I think. This is in beautiful Oregon. At any rate, you know, speaking of which, the front wheel drive, what is now the Falcon, is a superior bike. The Excalibur just won't do what this bike will do. I'm not gonna, you know, there's no sense. It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't lie to you anyway. But be that as it may, these are not only more nimble, they have more torque, and it has more power. The front wheel drive requires a little bit of skill to drive, but is much more capable than is the rear wheel drive Excalibur, which just tends to be for people that are really banged up, quite frankly. You know, and yes, it is lighter, and yes, it is smaller. Okay. I don't know why I zoomed in on this, but nonetheless. I'll do my best to hold the camera steady and sew together a few clips of my adventures over here. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, as many of you know, and I have a lot of people. One thing hasn't changed. People that will tell me I can still walk. I don't need that yet. Well, here's reality. I prefer to live in the world of reality, not the fantasy world. The fantasy world where, oh, no, I like to walk everywhere. Oh, no, you don't. You wouldn't have a car if you did. Don't stop kidding yourself. Here's an example that somebody who can still walk, first of all, even people that are young, they wouldn't walk this far. So these are things you just wouldn't see. And for people that are marginal, that I got to keep using my legs while I can still use them, well, you'll do that. You'll do your mall walks. You'll do your exercise. You'll do whatever you do around the block at whatever level you do or do not do. However, one thing that you won't do, you're not going to come to Diamond Lake and decide to walk down 3 miles to the store and see all the sights that I'm seeing. So you're just not going to be included in that. No one ever is telling you that you shouldn't do your wall walks, your exercise. I tell people don't buy a quad or a motorcycle because they can't walk. They buy them because they're fun and they want to do things that they're not doing now. It really is that simple. So that's the hardest message I have to get across to people, to be quite honest with you. You know, it's people, oh, I can still walk. I joke and say, I'm really happy for you, but I didn't ask. And then I explain why I said that. But not a lot of people get that. You know, people live a long, vibrant life, and you know what? They go out all banged up. They aren't doing a damn thing, you know, but they want to tell everybody how they go to a fair once a year and they walk around because they want to keep using their legs. One ain't got nothing to do with the other, folks. I got to tell you that right now. And that's the hardest message I have to get across. What a beautiful, beautiful day. This place is just breathtaking. Wow, this is a nice view here. I'm about 2 miles down the road here from where I was. That's Mount Thiessen. I'm gonna get out here and do a little view. Look how clear that water is. I mean, this is just good for the soul. It has to be. I'll try to zoom in to see if you can see how clear this water is. You know, put politely, people are just different. You know what I'm talking about. Some people just want to bitch and complain about everything. Well, I can tell you, not many of those are 5-star customers for one reason or another. You know, this is just about having fun, and maybe I was one of those people at one time. Who knows? It's like I used the example, you know, people get all pissed off about somebody that's parked all cockeyed in a parking lot. Look at this guy, he parked over the lines. Who's he think he is? I used to say things like that, and then one day I realized, I said, when I was parked all cockeyed because the other cars were parked cockeyed, I said, what if that guy parked that way because the person who was there, who now left, took up the parking spot, 2 parking spots, and he didn't have a choice. Again, just an observation, life observation of different ways to look at things, you know. There are those who, you know, I tell people they listen, but they don't hear in reverse about the I can still walk thing. I'll tell them 1 or 2 things, and if they're stuck on stupid and like a loop, you know, well, no, I want to keep walking. I'm like, you didn't hear a damn word I just said, but that's okay. That's okay. We have plenty of customers, and our customers are pretty daggone cool. It's a fun bunch. I'm very happy to be associated with all of you. And I mean that, you know. Another very nice panoramic view. God, it's beautiful here. I know, I've said it 1,000 times, but it really is, this place. And I'm sure many others are really, really special. My poor old Raptor is pretty tired, but I'm sticking with her as long as I can. Oh, look, if you're wondering what that is, I wired in a provision for a second battery. In case I really decide to go crazy one day and go, well, I've already been around this lake on 1 battery, but who knows? And she's getting tired, quite frankly. She's starting to slow down a little bit, like me. God has blessed us all. Sometimes we don't take the time to, we walk under a beautiful sky, never look up. I'm trying to fix that in my life. They have a real nice lodge here. Boat rental facility. This reminds me of Lake Winnipesaukee. Nobody puts baby in a corner.